What up, what up, what up, what it is, what it do? You know who it is. Who are you?
Oh,
We back
you.
again with the gentleman from the 22 twos. It is Super Bowl week, y'all. It's here. It's the big game time. Everybody making their picks, people jumping on bandwagons, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Planning to spend thousands of dollars on crazy Super Bowl parties. Not me, though. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who comes to my crib for Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? All you getting is some Tostitos,
Nah, make sure them
oh,
wings is lit, B.
Tostitos and some Coke. That's it.
Fix yourself, bro. You're gonna have a platter. You're gonna have the proper food there, all right? We ain't
Tostitos and
pulling
some
up.
Coke.
We are not
And
pulling up
and
if it's
because
just
and because
Tostitos, bro, looking like a
because I am
commercial.
who I
No.
am, you might have some curry because I am the little roti shop. Anyway, we gonna get
Man.
to it, right? We back. We gonna get y'all some dope content as always. But before we get into the Super Bowl talk, like, subscribe, follow, Facebook, Instagram,
Quick face.
it's the face.
Yeah.
What's the new Blue Sky?
All
Don't
that.
don't
TikTok if you have it.
don't yeah. I hope you did the upgrade. X. Yeah, don't really mess with us on X because you know what? I don't like you know, our special employee to the government. Yo, side note, Tim Walz, the dude who was the vice president candidate with Kamala Harris, he tweeted today, Elon Musk is a horrible president. And
He's annoying.
That is funny.
somebody posted below his post, Trump's the worst VP. Anyway, we don't gotta get into this.
The
We don't get into this football. And Mr. Too Smooth Two, take it.
Yes, sir. This is what we've been waiting for. Pre-draft, preseason, regular season, all comes down to this. It boils down to this one game, Eagles, Chiefs, the rematch, and the biggest story everybody's talking about from this game is that Luka Doncic was traded for Anthony Davis. Oh no, my bad, my bad, my bad. That's the wrong sport. That is the wrong sport. We did talk about that though, so make sure y'all go check out that content. Biggest trade in
Yeah.
NBA history. But back to this: Chiefs, Eagles, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Nick
Yeah.
Sirianni, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley. There are so many storylines to get to in this game. Saquon literally left the losing franchise with the Giants, jumped to the Eagles, and he's in the
Stop it,
Super
man.
Bowl
The
the
paint the picture
year
like that.
after. Uh, Patrick Mahomes trying to go three-peat, three-peat, three-peat. Pat Riley definitely gave the NFL the okay to use that trademark term. Patrick was caught on camera literally right after the clock hit zeros last year saying nobody did three in a row. I want that. So you got guys on both sides really trying to vie for that title, trying to win it all. Jalen Hurts, a lot on the table. He's been trying to prove doubters wrong his entire career, and he gets that opportunity. What better than to go up against the team that beat you last time? So, fellas, we got to talk about keys to the game. The money line is very close in this game. The spread is very close in this game. You can kind of it's almost a pick 'em. Who do you think is going to win? Some people might like the Eagles rushing attack. Some people might just say Patrick Mahomes is flat out better than Jalen Hurts. They might go that route. Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni, still got Spags over there on that Chiefs defense. So many variables. One game, your best plays. Sean, give me the keys to the victory for both of these teams. I know you can go in a million directions, but if these teams really, really want to get the job done, what do they need to do?
For the Eagles is Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is the difference from the last Super Bowl where they met 2 years ago to this year, right? Let's go back on the time machine and take a look at what Jalen Hurts did in the last Super Bowl, putting pressure on that Chiefs defense, right? And they lost pieces. They lost L'Jarius Sneed on the outside. They still have McDuffie, but they it's going to put a lot of pressure on their front seven. Jalen Hurts, 300 yards passing, 27 and 38, one touchdown, three rushing touchdowns on the ground for
But
15
one
carries
big
for
thing,
70 yards. Okay, putting pressure on the Chiefs defense it's inevitable they'll be able to run the ball in multiple ways and then play action. I really worry about the Chiefs defense in this one. Um as far as on the other side of the ball, for the Chiefs, for them to be able to have an opportunity to win this game, um it starts with their ability to run the football. I mean, the Eagles defense has been stout all season long. Top 10 defense, great at stopping the run, even better at the pass. And now you're really going to see Patrick Mahomes and what he's able to do on that side of the football. So, um, I think that those are the keys for both teams. For I'm interested to hear what these guys got to say because I mean, for me, it's elementary. It's about who can stop the run and which quarterback is able to make the most plays. And I think that the edge can go to Jalen Hurts having the weapons. He's had a week off to be able to rest. His knee probably don't hurt as much. You know what I'm saying? And him being able to flex with a weapon in the running in the backfield like Saquon Barkley, he'll be able to take the pressure off of him. So all he has to do is make the plays that are in front of him, the easy ones, and not turn over the football. So I
I
think
love
that the
that.
edge goes to the Eagles.
Yeah.
I love that. And, I'm going to get into the parlay talk a little bit later because that's going to be a big correlation to these keys to the game. But I'm going to lean on something Maneuvers has been saying all season. Don't get cute. You did things to get you here. You got to lean on those activities. To Sean's point, Saquon Barkley, the main key for the Eagles. I don't care if you need to rush him 20 times. I don't care if you need to throw it to him out the backfield. Spags is going to try to put pressure on Jalen Hurts. We've been talking on this podcast about him not going over 200 yards in many games. Spags is going to dial it up, put pressure on him. If you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us with your arm. We're not going to let you try to run the ball, but use Saquon Barkley in every facet of the game. Whatever you need to do, get him going, make sure he gets his touches. On the Chiefs side, Travis Kelce, he's had 2 weeks off. He put up a dud last game. These players don't have multiple bad games in a row. He's been very consistent in all the Chiefs Super Bowls. He is the most consistent guy receiving the ball out there. Hollywood Brown has been injured for a good portion of the season. Rashee Rice has been lost all season. DeAndre Hopkins came in with the potential to do well. His prop has dropped so much. He's barely over single digits for what his receiving line should be. So when you talk about that main weapon on the outside or in center field, it's going to be Travis Kelce. They're going to have to figure out a way to get him involved in the game. Those are the main two guys for me, man. Those are the main two guys for me. Maneuvers, don't get cute. But what say you?
Well, in true maneuvers fashion and sticking with the storyline and don't get cute, I'm gonna keep it real simple. The key for the Eagles is to run the ball. Like run the ball. Like I don't care what you scheme up, Spags. I don't care what you're doing. If you're running the ball and
It's
you're
man on man.
and they're beating the guy in
Pause.
front of the ball, then you can be successful. You then can put a defense on its heels. Um, so for the Eagles, it's 100% run the ball, which opens up the play action, which opened up the run pass option, opens up the zone read for Jalen, who's probably a lot healthier now than he was last time we saw him. So Eagles is run the ball. I'm saying the Eagles, like Jalen Hurts probably shouldn't have no more than 15 pass attempts. Like
15?
15 is crazy.
It's the
this,
Chiefs now.
hmm?
It's the Chiefs now. They have
Uh,
the top 10 defense too.
all right. And so to that point, like they have not faced anything like this all season. Even the Ravens are not like this.
I was gonna say try the Ravens, man. Like
I'm not like
comparable
comparable in terms of skill
front
position.
set front seven, yeah, front seven
That
and running
offensive
back and
line,
quarterback. But as far as weapons on the outside, it's a totally different ball
yeah,
game. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And you
So
have one premier corner on the outside that can lock guys up.
yeah, so
Um,
so that's my keys for the Eagles. The keys for the um the Chiefs. Guess what? No surprise here. Same exact thing. Run the
Patrick
ball.
Mahomes.
You gotta run the ball. They gotta run the ball because guess what? That Eagles secondary is not to be slept on. They will take the ball away. This is not what you face in the AFC Championship game. Those passes that Patrick Mahomes threw in the AFC Championship game will be takeaways against this Eagles secondary. They make plays. They have guys that can follow those Chiefs receivers and lock them down. And it's not that they're all world in the secondary. They're good enough, and the Chiefs don't have a receiver that is all world.
Yeah.
Like so, the key for the Chiefs: run the ball. Like so, don't
I
get
think
cute.
I think they got guys that can hurt you though.
Yeah.
I don't think against this Eagles secondary. Now we're talking about two. They have
Not
two.
even worthy.
Huh? I
Not
don't
even
think
worthy.
so. You guys, you're talking about a secondary that has Slay, has two rookies that were in the conversation at some point during the year for defensive rookie of the year. They're well coached. I I don't think I don't think the Chiefs can get off the way they did passing the ball against the Eagles the way they did.
Darnell, I'm hearing a lot of run, run, run on both sides of the ball. It sounds like we're in for a full run rate and defense Super Bowl. But tell me if you're thinking anything on the contrary. You know, I'm here for all explosive plays. I need something in the 30s, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Well, I'll say this: the key for the Eagles, it's which book AJ Brown we read on the sidelines, and but
Yo,
but I'll say this: my key, I said my key is a little bit different. I kept it a little bit simple with this. The key for both teams, really and truly, are how their offensive lines are going to hold up. I'm going to keep it basic. I'm going to say if the Chiefs offensive line could create those holes for Pacheco and also for Kareem Hunt, you're going to get one of those games, where you say like, okay, Patrick Mahomes will now be able to control the narrative, see the field, and just go back to his old self. As far as the Eagles, do I trust Jalen Hurts? I don't think. Yeah.
What
But
you mean?
no, I'm gonna say yeah, because I said like what I
He's
mean.
gonna use his legs, bro.
I just said yeah, so I'm just saying like I can't trust him. That's my point. But the issue I think for them is I can't go against Spags. I mean this guy has proven to be a like a precious commodity in the concept of pause. Um, as far as like just watching him to be able to control the game. He's done it before. He's done it like many, many times with separate teams. This is his calling card. So
So you
that's the
feel
right.
like so
Hold
you
on,
feel
wait a
like
second.
Spags.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
So no, Spags is
Oh,
gonna
wait.
put that helmet on and
No,
march
no,
out on the field and make
no,
plays.
no. I'm just saying the scheme.
No,
Like I think the scheme that I think the scheme that I said he'll draw up, put those Chiefs players. I said the Chiefs plays. You know what I mean? Chris Jones. You want to say okay? Chris Jones is the key for the Chiefs defense. Okay, Chris Jones, if he could wreak havoc, and you want to say Jalen Carter for the Eagles. Okay, so how about that? That's good. That's good for you.
No, no.
Petty,
My
you know
thing
what
is
I'm
right.
saying, man.
Yeah,
My
no, I'm
thing,
gonna go
my
along with
thing
it.
is,
That's
and
fine.
and you're correct, but I feel like it's hard to make that. For me, it would be hard to make it a key for the game, just because of the simple fact is the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line.
really, 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 really
Bunch of
good.
animals.
This is ridiculous.
I,
So it's like
I'm not disputing that.
Malata, Jurgensen,
Damn,
Dickerson, Pause, Mekhi
hey,
Becton, and Lane Johnson. What do they got? Like 3 all pros over there, bro?
I
And all of
just
them are
that's
over 6'5".
to
That's
me
even
that's
crazy it's even crazy that you said Mekhi Becton. No, meaning that he's just resurrected his career. It's
Bro, he's turned his whole career around playing
crazy.
guard,
Yeah. So
which one football team in New York could do with their first round pick right tackle, but that's another conversation.
right.
But what we're
that,
talking about is the ability of the Chiefs to be able to stop what the Eagles do, what they love to do on offense. I think that FJB brought up an excellent point about the Chiefs and them being able to control the game by controlling the clock with keeping possessions alive with a guy that's controlling the middle like Travis Kelce, running the football and keeping them off the field. Because if the moment you give them momentum and allow them to control the time of possession, I think that's really important. If they're able to control the time of the possession, this game is over for the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you cannot count out Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Because at time and time again, how many times did we pick against Patrick Mahomes this season in 22 in 2nd and 2, and all of us look stupid, and he's in the Super Bowl all over again? With the exception of FJB, because he did pick the Chiefs.
Wait. I just want to say something.
We mean,
I hear you, bro.
I picked them. I never picked against them, and I picked them to win it all again.
You never picked against the Chiefs?
I never picked against the Chiefs.
Didn't. I pick against you. Picked the Texans though. I think you did pick that.
You mean when the playoffs started, or are we talking about from preseason?
Y'all a bunch of y'all gonna lie on camera. You know this is recorded, right?
I did not go against the Chiefs, bro. I still got them. I had them winning it no matter what. I did not.
Okay, so regardless of all of that, I do want to say this. I picked against the Chiefs, and they have yet to win a game by more than 2 scores. So I'm confident in being able to say, hey, I don't think they're gonna win because
I bet. So then let's just get right to it then. Predictions. You got 1 minute. Who wins and why? Maneuvers.
My pick for Super Bowl win is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Why?
Because I think all those people out there who think Jalen Hurts is not going to show up, they're going to be surprised. I think it feels like we all forgot what he did basically by himself to keep the Eagles in the game for the last time they were in the Super Bowl.
What's the final?
I don't know the final. I will just say this for everyone to have the visceral reaction. They dog walking them boys. It's a dog walk. The Eagles are dog walk. It won't be close.
End the stream, bro.
It won't be close.
Dog walk is crazy. Darnell, who wins?
Mark my words.
And why?
I'm gonna say, as I said, I picked them in beginning of the year. I'm gonna stick with them. I'm gonna say the Chiefs.
The Packers?
Yeah, no, I said the Packers are go to the Super Bowl. To go to Super Bowl. And I think they're gonna win just because of the simple fact that I think the concept of having destiny and being able to make their mark and to do something that's never been done before, I think that right there is going to put them over the top. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard, man, as the Eagles. And I know we're saying the same exact thing because, I mean, I hate to bring up this reference, but I remember it was a team back in 2007 that came in there with a 19-0 record with the loaded roster. And then there was a bunch of scrappy guys from New York that came out and won. So the Eagles on paper, they have the better roster. They have the Eagles have the best roster in the NFL, hands down. But can you go against destiny and the guy that's right now he has a chance to probably pass the talk for Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Do you think they're going to get dog walk? You're crazy.
Pause. Final score.
Chiefs 35, Eagles 32.
Sean, 1 minute. Let's hear it.
He already stole half my minute. So I got 30 seconds technically. But listen. Time of possession is going. I like the way he had the Will Smith laugh. He's no, but time of possession is going to dictate the outcome of this game. I think that the Chiefs are going to have a something special put together. I'm with Darnell on Spagnuolo having a special game plan. I think this is going to be a show out for Saquon Barkley, but in the end, I'm hoping against hope, but I like the Chiefs to come out on top because they have what's called a winner's mentality.
Yeah.
Same thing that the Patriots had. This is just another game for them. You know what I mean? And every other game leading up until this point in the playoffs has just been another game, another stepping stone to get to their final destination of winning that Lombardi trophy. So I like the Chiefs. I'm actually gonna go with a lower scoring game total. I like the Chiefs 28-24, beating the Eagles.
Ooh. That's crazy because that was the exact score that I was going to say. Needless to say, I got the Chiefs winning also 28-24. Gentlemen, we're in 2025. We're living through some unprecedented historic times. We elected a convicted felon to the office of presidency of the United States of America. We've seen a 5-time first team All NBA player that just came from the finals get traded. And now we're going to see the first team in NFL history to three-peat, win it all again. Listen, just another game. Just another game. Go out there. Bottom line, Patrick Mahomes is going to do everything.
Time out. What are you saying? I love it for, man. It's as if we want the Eagles.
1-5. Let's go 1-5.
It's like if you want the Eagles to win. Like that's not a comment I want to hear. Like
the Eagles are going to play well. Eagles are going to play well.
He's taking an unbiased approach.
Listen, I've said this. I said this all season.
Myself in my take, I love it because everyone's drank the Kool-Aid.
Listen, if the Eagles are gonna win, your prediction has to come through, and they have to dog walk the Chiefs. I don't think that's happening. And you literally have to be up 2 possessions on the Chiefs to even have a chance in the end. If it's a close game, Patrick Mahomes is going to pull it out. Pause.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm
take over
that Chiefs pick.
I'm like, well, I don't get it. Like drinking the Kool-Aid is when you're trying to you're lying to people and promising something that they can't obtain. That's what Chip did.
Everyone
These guys have won. They have been to the Super Bowl. They won 3 in the last 5 years. How is that drinking the Kool-Aid? What kind of nonsense are you talking, bro?
Everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid because the Kool-Aid is they're going to be the first team to win 3 in a row.
But that's not that's the thing. It's an obtainable goal.
They had a chance. Was telling people they had a chance to win 3 in a row already. Guess what? They played the GOAT.
Gentlemen.
They played.
Gentlemen,
4 in a row.
Sunday, and
we gonna see.
Sunday will soon come.
I would tell Maneuvers to put some money where his mouth is and to bet us since he's going on the other side. But I got better things to do with my bread, and we gonna hit these parlays. So we gonna jump right into it. So
we making money.
We definitely will. I have a 4-leg parlay.
Dang.
Guaranteed. Lock it in. This is gonna hit. First leg, Patrick Mahomes 2+ passing touchdowns. Mahomes has had this in 3 out of 4 Super Bowls, except against the Bucs, where their offensive line was injured and they just got rushed. They didn't score a single touchdown in that game. He's done it 3 out of 4. They're going all out. They're not gonna get cute. They got Kareem Hunt off the street. Pacheco's coming back from injury. It's going to be on the back of Patrick Mahomes. He's going to get it done. Second leg, what did I mention earlier in the keys to victory? Travis Kelce, 60+ receiving yards. Kelce's also done it in 3 out of the 4 Super Bowls, except against the 49ers. He put up a dud in their game last week. This is an excellent bounce back spot. 2 weeks of rest. He gets all the targets in these Super Bowl games. He's going to get at least 7 to 8 targets. He's going to receive them all. He's not as fast as he used to be, but he still finds a way to be wide open in the middle of the field. Lock that in. Third leg, Saquon Barkley, 100 yards rushing and receiving. He's played 19 games this season, and he only hasn't hit that mark in 3 of those games. He's hit it in every single playoff game. That should be a lock. He'll probably be very close to that by half. Yes, 100 combined rushing and receiving. All basically all purpose. 100 yards. Last leg, Dallas Goedert, 40+ receiving yards. Dallas Goedert had 60 yards receiving in the last Super Bowl matchup against the Chiefs. He's had it in the last 4 games straight, including every single playoff game this season. 4 legs, lock it in. That is plus 434. $50 on that brings back $217. Again, Mahomes 2 passing touchdowns, Travis Kelce 60 receiving, Saquon Barkley 100 all purpose, Dallas Goedert 40 plus receiving yards. Now, I know y'all
whole paycheck is going on that.
Listen,
if I can't pay rent, I'm coming over to sleep over, bro. Pause.
I know y'all like the nukes. We do the nukes too. I got another 4-leg parlay. Of course, this is a long shot. This is a lotto, but I can absolutely see this happening. First leg, Devontae Smith, 60 receiving yards. You know AJ Brown's the key. He's been reading books on the sideline. Spag's going to dial something up to be keyed in, focused on him. This is going to leave Devontae Smith wide open. I always love fast receivers. You know, they're always one big player away from getting it all on one reception. I can see him getting 230-plus yards bombs. Easy money, 60 receiving yards. Second leg, Saquon Barkley, 25 receiving yards out the backfield. You know Spags is going to blitz. He's going to try to put pressure on Jalen. Saquon's going to be right there in the backfield. Quick check down. Last time out, they had Kenneth Gainwell and Miles Sanders, who weren't really much of pass-catching threats. We know what Saquon can do when he gets his hands on the ball. 25 receiving yards, easy money. Next play, on the other side, Xavier Worthy, 60 receiving yards. Again, the Eagles defense are probably going to be trying to key in on Travis Kelce. I like Xavier Worthy on the outside. He's been their most reliable wide receiver this season with injuries to Rashee Rice. DeAndre Hopkins not playing up to snuff. Patrick Mahomes has barely targeted him. He's only gotten 2 or 3 targets a game the last couple games. Hollywood Brown, you know, coming back, still dropping the ball. We're remembering this is what used to happen in Baltimore and Arizona a little bit. Xavier Worthy, 60-plus receiving yards. And the last one, Juju Smith-Schuster, 25 receiving yards. He doesn't get many targets. He's probably going to get 3, maybe 4, but he's also good for a 15, 20-yard reception. I think he can get that done in 2. So again, Devontae Smith, 60-yard receiving, Saquon Barkley, 25, Xavier Worthy, 60, Juju Smith-Schuster, 25. That is plus 38.71. $10 on that brings back $387. Lock that in. I'm gonna post it on the 22 Tools IG story. If y'all didn't catch it here, go to the story. We'll be posting it up. I'm gonna post my actual bet. Let's get this money.
Let's make money.
Anything there about Noah Gray? I wonder if he might get like a random.
Yeah,
I just thought a touchdown.
You got. It's a lot. It's a lot of those that you could touch on. There's a lot of specials with that. You could play a lot of them for anytime touchdown because you know the Chiefs like to do that. They get down in 10 5-yard line, run a little bootleg.
Yeah, you know who's gonna get it?
Back up tight end.
Yeah.
What's up, maneuvers? You got something?
I got one.
Talk to me.
I got Saquon Barkley, first touchdown.
Out of game.
Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown. Jalen Hurts, plus 250 yards passing.
Little light. See, I don't mind that. I might play a couple of those as straights. Because if Saquon doesn't get the first touchdown, the whole parlay is cooked.
We Saquon will get first touchdown. But if you know what I'm saying, if you go holler at Jamie, he gonna get you your money back if he scores second.
Listen, I love it. There's a couple specials, you know, I could quickly there's some low
sportsbook.
Caesars, FanDuel, whatever. Holla at us, sponsor us. You know the vibes. So FanDuel has a special plus 140. You can more than double your money. AJ Brown to record 25 receiving yards in each half. I like that. Plus 170. I really like this one. Travis Kelce to record 1 reception in each quarter. I feel like that's almost a lock.
1 in each quarter?
1 in each quarter. Almost a lock.
That's tough.
3-1 odds. 3-1 odds. Kareem Hunt and Saquon Barkley to combine for 200 rushing yards. If you believe Saquon's going to have a big rushing day, if he puts up 140, 150. That only leaves 60, 50 yards for Kareem Hunt to get that done. A successful 2-point conversion by any team in the game, plus 175.
I hope
Run
Almost
that
2 to
shit
1
again.
odds
I
right
hope
there.
hope
That
come on.
2-point
Come
conversions
on.
again.
We
and
don't
a,
need
and a, a
no
long
2-point
shot.
conversion.
A long shot special. This is plus 3,200. AJ Brown and Travis Kelce to each have 40 receiving yards in each half. Of course, they're the main targets on each side. If you want to have a little fun, throw a little $5 bet on that. That'll bring you more than $100 back. So, boys, let's get this money. I'm sure when we link up on Sunday, we're gonna put a little extra, little something extra real quick right before the
You
game.
got to.
Sean and I
got
hit
to.
that last year. We took the four lowest receiving point props. And we parlayed that. We made a little change literally 5 minutes before kickoff last year. So hoping to repeat that. But boys, other NFL news. It's trade season. I think they got word from the NBA that the trade deadline was Thursday. So you got news coming out. Cooper
And
Kupp
they said, hold
on
my
the
beer.
block. Hold my beer. Cooper Kupp on the block. Myles Garrett on the block. Two people that when you think of the Rams, you think of the Cleveland Browns, you think of those guys. Myles Garrett has been there for a couple of years. Cooper Kupp not far removed from the Triple Crown and winning a Super Bowl. So, boys, tell me about the potential impact of them and how much they have left in the tank to bring to a new team. Sean, I'll start with you.
Listen, Myles Garrett is going to be the most sought after defender. First of all, he ain't even cracked 30 yet. He's 29 years old. Best defensive player in the NFL, far and away. You know what I'm saying? I know Manu's not going to agree with that. He likes TJ Watt. But really, the athletic gifts, the ability to get after the quarterback and set the edge and stop the run. He is an all-world defender, bro. And he could hoop. So, Myles Garrett, there are a couple of destinations that I like for Myles Garrett. I like the Commanders for Myles Garrett. F them damn picks. Go get that man. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens, why not? You know what I'm saying? But I highly doubt that the Browns are going to trade within division and give them to him. If you are the Browns, you definitely do not want him in the AFC. You want him anywhere near outside of the AFC, so that you don't have to see him over the next 4 years or whatever. They schedule those games. So I like the Commanders. I like the Lions. I like
You just name the whole all the NFL teams. Just keep going, or what?
No, I just named,
No,
bro.
We would like to name some.
Listen,
Europe and like the Canadian League because
you can loosen up because the Knicks. You can loosen up because the Knicks won. You should feel better about yourself. All right, I know there was some tense moments.
Go to the Canadian League, the Australian League next.
There were some tense moments for you. I know you were a little nerve. You had a little nerves. You know what I'm saying? But we won, so you can feel good about yourself.
Palms
but
get
all
cold
I did was name.
Palms get sweaty. Backsides get tight.
Listen, I only named two teams that are contenders that I feel like would be a good fit for Myles Garrett, and I think that those two teams would be the most ideal. They have assets to be able to go get a player like him. And then they have the cap space to be able to get it done. So why not go get Myles Garrett, man? But I feel really bad for Cooper Kupp. He put out a heartfelt message on IG, and basically laid out his heart and soul, because he started with that organization. He was a third-round pick. Coming out of the draft 8 years ago. It's hard to believe that Cooper Kupp been in the league 8 years now.
8 years.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? And the injuries have not been kind to him because he's a different type of wide receiver. He's very physical. You know what I'm saying, at the point of attack, and he's an excellent route runner. He's a former triple crown runner. So with him being traded, the tough part about it is, the Rams have already made it apparent, if it's going to happen before June 1st, teams are going to have to take on his salary, which makes it even harder for them to be able to trade him, which means that, the trade equity that they get back is not going to be much, because the other team's going to be considering taking on that salary. If that even happens, they might just turn around and cut him. So I feel really bad for him because he's given blood, sweat, and tears. But the Rams look to be a successful football team without him moving forward. They got weapons on the outside. So both players, really good assets that you'll be able to use. What's with the face?
That's a bold statement right there.
I mean, they do. I
The
mean, I
Rams without
mean,
Cooper
he
Cup.
wasn't think about it. He wasn't involved in a lot of the the offensive play sets
by
with the
design.
Rams
Yo,
by design, even going into the
yo,
playoffs.
wow.
You
Yo,
know what I'm
wow.
saying?
A lot of,
I'm not.
lot
I
of,
love. Did you not just hear me say I like
I
Cooper
hear
Cup,
you, but
but
you're
they can
talking
move on
about the,
without him?
yeah, they can. I don't know how if they're going to necessarily be a good football team. All right, let's
That
be
wasn't the
clear.
conversation.
That's what you said. That's what I heard you say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I said that they can move on. They'd be better
You
off
said
without
no.
him.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you backtrack. I'm gonna let you backtrack because that's not what you
Go
said.
ahead, man.
I'm gonna let you backtrack. That's what you said. That's not what you said. You
Okay,
said that
So maneuvers. Give me how much does Cooper Cup have left in the tank, and give me the best opportunity for him. You think moving
I
forward?
think I think Cooper Cup has a great deal left in the tank, given what I've seen for him, despite the injuries this year. Contrary to the belief of other people on this podcast, a lot of what the Rams were able to do offensively was because of Cooper Cup, was because he was okay with taking that diminished role, was because he was okay with not getting the targets, but still okay with doing a lot of the dirty work that was required in order for that offense to be effective. I feel like I'm making a foxy face here as I'm making, making my point because I'm blown away by the fact that someone just said that Cooper Cup. You know what I'm saying? The Rams are going to be a good team moving for our Cooper Cup. Like their offense was predicated on him going in motion and then
Their
coming back.
offense was predicated on Kyron Williams, who was about roughly 60 to 70% of the shit.
And Puka.
I rest my case. Court is adjourned.
Okay. Uh, as I was saying before, I was really interrupted. Um, if you go back and look, a lot of the plays on the outside were possible because Cooper Cup is the physical guy that he is, and he was on the outside making plays, making making blocks on the first and second level, taking two defenders out of plays at times, um, and then being able to make the tough catches in the red zone. He made a lot of plays in the red zone. That's where Matthew Stafford went a lot of the time in the red zone when they needed those tough yards.
Mm.
Puka Nacua was the showcase,
Right. Right.
like
What?
Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup did a lot of work. Um, so I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry that this is what's happening, but it might be a blessing in disguise because Matthew Stafford's probably on the decline. He's
Yeah.
going to the back end of his career for
You just
sure.
said Puka Nacua is the showcase.
Oh.
Wow.
Who was the
we go.
showcase?
We gonna move
Anyway,
on. Darnell.
I'm gonna finish it, wrap it up with Miles Garrett because now since I'm talking about the Rams in California, I
Yeah.
think Miles Garrett goes to a team in California. Pick one, I think
Mhm.
that's where he goes.
Yeah.
Okay, Darnell. I was gonna ask you best fit for Miles Garrett. Where can he go to help them? Put them over the top. Probably get to the Super Bowl.
It's weird. I know the odds on favorite right now is for Dan Campbell to wield something, but I think the Lions. I was talking to a friend of mine's about. He's a big Lions fan, and that's probably a preeminent spot. That could probably come out, being that they said like that's the one thing that happened. No, I'm not done. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me
You
finish.
just said,
Oh, really?
What? What?
go ahead, man. Y'all
What?
cooking, but it smell like shit in here. Go ahead and cook.
What do you mean? Said what? What?
Go ahead.
No, no,
Finish.
no. I know. I said everybody wants to say that, but I think right now, as far as like Miles Garrett goes, um, I kind of think right now where he's at this point in his career, because he gave a lot to the Browns, like, and that's somebody that you can't discredit. You want to do right by him. So they're gonna entertain some trade off, some offers from, like, hey, maybe the Niners might be trying to get back on track, with that defensive line. Um, I do like what Sean said about the Commanders. Or right now you might say, hey, would you mind coming up to Buffalo and playing and taking up that other side on that other spot? So that's another good place.
That's a nice spot.
They're right there. The Bills are right there. You know what I'm saying? That might be the over the top move for them. As far as Cooper Kupp, there's a team right in the same stadium that needs some wide receivers. You don't even have to go far. Jim, make the call to
San Diego
Jim, yeah,
Superchargers.
make the call.
Let's go.
Keep him there. Keep him in Inglewood where he doesn't have to go too far. Or, like say, like a veteran presence. And I go back to even what the team Sean mentioned, man, like the Commanders. You know what I mean? That might be something that they need to solidify that team. The offensive attack was there, but maybe they just need that one extra push. Who knows? But those are the teams I'll throw out real quick.
That sounds good. And regardless of where those guys end up, of course, it's going to be by scheme, by design. And, the coach is going to play a big part of that. And, of course, new faces, new places. We got Pete Carroll over there in Las Vegas. We got Aaron Glenn and with the Jets. Bunch of faces, Ben Johnson, on the move. It's a lot going on. So, fellas, just rapid fire maneuvers. Best hire made so far. Off season. Well, not off season because we ain't there yet, but so far.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah. You think he could make waves over there with a very, very mid quarterback?
Huh? Yeah. Tell me a time Pete Carroll's failed. Like utterly failed.
That time with the Jets.
It wasn't an utter failure. It wasn't like
I'm just throwing some smoke out there.
Patriots.
You can argue that, but the Patriots organization back then was.
Yeah.
But
I was just answering the question. Sorry.
He's brought in really good coordinators. I think you have like an amazing amount of football minds now in that organization.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good hire.
Darnell.
I was gonna say the Raiders as well, but I'm gonna pivot and I'm gonna say, let's see if Ben Johnson really is that whiz kid that he says. I think he is. And now the thing is, I'm gonna probably say yes because that's Chicago. The Bears offense, they have a really good offense, man, like on each level.
On paper. Yeah.
On paper. You know what I'm saying? So if he was able to get out of Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it, but Jared Goff, we know Jared Goff. He turned into Ryan Gosling at certain times, so he's not the same guy.
Ryan Gosling.
Wow.
That's what they said his twin. His twin.
Yeah.
I want to see if Ben Johnson is that whiz kid. And also, I'm just going to make a quick thing. Oh, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it after because I think Sean might pick him. So,
Sean, talk to me because, I mean, I would personally, I don't know, I saw the press conference with Aaron Glenn.
I was going to say Anderson's team. Right.
Listen, forget the X's and O's. It just looks like he's bringing a new energy to that team, and I feel like that's what they needed. I feel like Aaron Rodgers was a black cloud, and it felt like no matter what they did, it always ended up in a loss this season. They had some games where Aaron Rodgers did ball out and the offense looked good and they just couldn't stop a soul. So I just like Aaron Glenn being there, new energy, new vibe. But Sean,
he's perturbed.
Let him go. My team. How did it become my team?
This is being a joke. You were saying like you pick them every week to win.
Look,
like they're gonna write this shit and they're gonna go in there and they're gonna the Bills.
They're gonna fix it.
Listen.
They got the Bills that one game on Thursday night.
Come on.
Was it Thursday night they got the Bills? Who they beat? Was it the Bills?
Everybody on this podcast at one point or another has thrown good money behind bad. All right. So I don't want to hear it.
But you picked the Jets. But you picked the Jets though. Like the Jets going Jets.
But you know what? In my defense, my only piece of defense is I'm not a Jets fan. I've never been a Jets fan. I've never paid that much attention to the Jets. So I really didn't understand
what you're getting yourself into.
what it is.
Speaking of getting yourself into bad situations, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna reroute and I'm gonna say the worst hires of the offseason. Anybody see the press conference with Liam Cohen
Oh my
from the
gosh.
Jaguars?
Wow.
Duval.
And I was like,
Wow.
Y'all gonna make me
I
cough.
automatically face palm and say, yeah, they done. They cook. Brian Schottenheimer, Jerry Jones
I don't know what that
has
was.
to be tested for drugs.
You know what
Because
I've
how do
been
you
saying
go?
all season? GG's.
Yeah,
How do you go, FJB? How do you go from Mike McCarthy, Super Bowl winning quarterback, to the same coach who was his offensive coordinator? What change in the room is he going to bring?
They're going in a
What kind
different
of
direction.
style of coaching is he going to be able to implement? And I'm happy as shit because I'm a Giant fan. I'm glad to see them get Brian Schottenheimer and put him on a
Hoping
pedestal.
Marty is on the phone every week.
Marty rolling over in his grave right now, bro.
Like
because guess what?
You know, it's funny, man. Like I know we laugh at the Cowboys, and the thing is, like, when you see other teams and having their levels of mediocrity, right, and just wallow in the mire, we laugh and we joke about it. I think whenever you see the Cowboys, it's a certain level of like, man, this guy really thinks he knows what he's doing, and it's like it's correct. Like if I was a Cowboy, I would, bro. I don't know how they haven't like just stopped. Like, hey, Jerry, you know what?
But
To a degree, they do know what they're doing. To a degree, when it comes to the draft and being able to pick
That's
the
not
right
Jerry.
Player, what do you mean?
That's not Jerry.
Look at what they've been able to do over the
CeeDee
last
Lamb,
10
Micah
years.
Parsons,
Nah,
they've been all right.
player
Zeke, when he
personnel.
first
CeeDee
got there.
Lamb, Dak Prescott,
Prescott.
Dak Prescott,
Wow. He was that real Trinity boy, Prescott.
Prescott, no, that's basic.
Dak Prescott in the
Prescott,
fourth
that's
round.
Prescott,
You know what I'm saying? Like they've been able to get diamonds in the rough
Can I
and
can I sum it
maximize
up?
players that they've been
Yeah,
able
wrap
to
up
draft.
us
not
up,
the same,
maneuvers.
bro.
Can I
Please.
sum it up? Can I sum up the week? And we talk about these hires and everything that we see going on. It really comes down to, you know, billionaires, billionaires in positions of power who have no clue what they're
Let's
doing.
do it.
Seems
NFL
to be a
government,
trend.
all of it. But appreciate y'all. This was the Super Bowl recap. We talked about, imminent trades, coaching hires. You know where to find us. Don't
We
forget to
made you
check
some
out the
money.
Instagram
We're gonna make
story.
you some money.
The parlays will be there. If we make another one 5 minutes before, I'll try to get it up. Pause as soon as possible so y'all could tell as well. Pause. But of course, as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit us on Blue
Hold on,
Sky.
man. You gonna leave anything for us to tell them what to do? You gonna take it all?
Listen,
Hey,
go ahead.
Man, fire
You
for
gonna
man
take it
all.
all?
we gotta get up this spot. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
subscribe.
man.
Know what to do.
Hey, the next one, man.
Next one, it's a good night. 2 wins in 7 out of 8 now. Now we got Boston on Saturday. Listen.
That's got a chance because we could tie with them, right?
We 2 games
back.
Hey,
listen. And thank you everybody for watching, and remember, Duval.
Peace.
Peace.